Greetings, folks. Today is Wednesday, February the 27th, 2019. My name is Tom Lineweaver, and more of the Constitution matters. What I want to do is talk a little bit more about the preamble today. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read it to you. And the preamble states, "We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and to our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America." Now, what were the founders doing? Why the preamble? Why was it important to do a preamble? Simply put, it described the purpose of the Constitution. So the Constitution is to form a more perfect union, establish justice, and so forth. Everything the preamble says, the Constitution is to follow. Now, Article 1 of the Constitution describes the legislative branch of our government. Now, if the legislative branch of our government was a constitutional branch of government, they would follow the preamble. They would try to promote a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. If they were following their oath of office, the preamble of the Constitution should be realized. That's why we have a preamble. This is what our government is limited to the Constitution. But we don't have that government anymore. We do not have a constitutional government. Therefore, we have no way of getting a more perfect union. The government is no longer establishing justice. And we certainly, because of our government, do not have domestic tranquility. Everything that the preamble states, we don't have because we have a government that does ignore the Constitution. I mean, if you think we have domestic tranquility, I'm sorry, maybe on the moon, tranquility base, maybe there, but not here. We do not have domestic tranquility. At least, not if you follow the news. Now, how would they do that? That's a good question. So, we the people established the Constitution to do those things, and the Constitution includes rules and regulations for the legislative branch of government, the president, and the executive branch of government, and we have Article 3 that describes the Supreme Court and what they are supposed to be doing. And if you read those articles, you will get an understanding of what your government is supposed to be doing. But they're not doing it. They are not limiting to the powers that the Constitution grants them or delegates to them. So really, as far as Congress is concerned, the Constitution doesn't matter. But we need to get to the American people that Constitution does matter. Because the preamble matters. We need to follow the Constitution of the United States so we can have a more perfect union, so we can establish justice, so we can ensure domestic tranquility, provide for a common defense, promote for general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty. We need a government that will follow the Constitution so we can realize the preamble. Maybe the preamble doesn't matter to you, but it should. We don't have a more perfect union because we have a government that ignores the Constitution. That's a fact, folks. They take an oath of office to support and defend the Constitution, but they don't do that. When they pass agricultural laws, this is not a power given to them by the Constitution. When they do farm subsidies, that's not a power granted by the Constitution. And on and on and on and on. The Food and Drug Administration is an unconstitutional organization. The ATF is an unconstitutional organization because they do unconstitutional things. So we need to get back to the Constitution so we can realize the preamble. Make sense? I'm Tom Lina Weaver. The Constitution matters. Please tell your friends and neighbors. Thanks for listening.